It's baffling, isn't it? One moment she's engaged, the next she's distant. She says she wants a strong man, but when you show up with genuine intent, she retreats. This isn't always disinterest. In fact, when a woman wants you most, she might push you hardest. Most men misread this, reacting emotionally, chasing harder, and ultimately losing her. This behavior often stems from fear, vulnerability, or a subconscious test of your strength. Many modern women operate in survival mode, fiercely independent, guarding their hearts due to past hurts. When real feelings for you emerge, they threaten her emotional control, causing panic. She's torn between letting you in and protecting herself. And that protection often looks like distance or rejection. If you take this at face value, you'll misinterpret the situation. Most men react by becoming needy or demanding validation, doing the exact opposite of what works. This article will reveal the real reasons behind her behavior and how to respond like a strong, masculine man, with strategy and calm control, not emotion. This is about awareness and power. Understanding her actions helps you lead with confidence. 1. Her fear of losing control. When a woman starts falling deeply, she begins to lose the emotional control she's built up over years. This is terrifying. Many women equate vulnerability with weakness, especially if they've been hurt before. As feelings for you surface, it feels dangerous, not exciting. Her emotions might overwhelm her logic, making her feel you have power over her. Instead of leaning in, she pulls back, acting uninterested or cold as a form of emotional self-preservation. Most men misread this as a signal to chase, text more, or prove their worth, which only reinforces her fear and highlights their neediness. Killing attraction. The right response is not to panic. Understand this as her internal conflict. She's not bored. She's scared of the emotional power you now hold. Handle it with masculine calmness. Pull back slightly. Give her space to process. Let her realize her feelings don't mean weakness. Your steady, grounded presence, without forcing explanations or validation, will eventually make her feel safe enough to return. 2. She's testing your inner fortitude sometimes. Her pulling away is a deliberate test, not out of malice, but instinct. She wants to see if you can handle pressure, if you'll crumble under uncertainty, or if you'll beg for attention. Modern dating, with its many options, has taught women to filter out weak energy, and testing is a common filter. She might delay replies, cancel plans, or act cold to see if you'll fall apart or rise. Most men fail by reacting emotionally, sending long messages, or demanding answers. This shows her she controls your emotions, which instantly kills attraction, because a man who can't hold himself together can't lead. If you remain calm, collected, and unbothered by her coldness or distance, she notices this quiet strength builds respect, which leads to attraction and then trust. Match her energy with grace. Detach to protect your self-worth, and don't argue if she cancels. This communicates emotional independence. You're not afraid to lose someone who's unsure. This power, this quiet strength, makes her come back harder because she knows she can't shake you. 3. She's battling her own past. Sometimes her distance, especially as things get serious, isn't about you, but about her past. She's been hurt, betrayed, or abandoned, and she's pushing away the fear of repeating that pain, not you. If you take it personally, you miss the bigger picture. A woman with past trauma doesn't open her heart easily, even if you're doing everything right. Her inner battle surfaces as hot and cold behavior. Most men react to this shift by becoming overly emotional, questioning themselves, or overcompensating with affection. This isn't healing her. It's triggering her fear that emotions bring instability. What she needs is your emotional consistency, not panic or neediness. A smart man maintains his composure. When her fears are activated and she retreats, you don't chase her into that spiral. You remain calm, grounded, and give her space. When she sees you're not reacting to her triggers, like others did, she realizes you're not there to hurt her. This builds deep trust and respect, making her more open and consistent. The man who wins stands tall, doesn't lose balance, and becomes the calm she can return 2.4. She's seeing if you'll chase in almost every connection. A woman pulls back to see what you'll do, not because she's lost interest. It's a test to gauge your emotional control and see if you lead or cling. If she becomes slightly unavailable and you panic, blowing up her phone, she knows she has you emotionally wrapped up. This might feel good to her briefly, but it ultimately kills attraction because you shift from being a centered, masculine man to one reacting to her energy. This doesn't mean playing games or ignoring her. It means understanding the difference between leading and chasing. Leading is confident and purposeful. Chasing is anxious and desperate. She can feel this difference. A high-value man doesn't flinch when she pulls back. He gives her space, keeps living, and lets her wonder. This shifts the emotional weight back to her. If you remain composed and patient, you remind her you're the prize too. This balance of mutual respect and self-worth draws her closer, not just because she wants you, but because she knows she can't emotionally manipulate you. When she pulls away, don't panic or chase. Observe, respond with calm strength. Let her feel the silence, and let her make the next move. Point 5. She's afraid you'll see the real her as a connection deepens. A woman might feel truly seen beyond her looks or personality, and, paradoxically, pull away. The more vulnerable she feels, the more she retreats. Why? Because she fears you'll see the parts she's hidden for years. Flaws, insecurities, past baggage. She might appear strong, but underneath is a woman who's been judged or rejected. She fears that if you get too close, you'll see her imperfections and leave. Most men fail by taking her withdrawal personally and trying to prove they're different with words. But a hurt woman responds to energy. If your energy becomes anxious or you chase for reassurance, you confirm her fear that closeness leads to instability. What she needs is your emotional stability. She needs to see that even when she's distant or unsure, you remain grounded and unbound. This builds trust, allowing her to slowly lower her guard. The more grounded you are, the more her fear fades. She realizes she doesn't need to hide or perform. She can be her real, messy self, and you won't run. This safety makes her open up. Again, her pushback might be fear of showing her true self. Handle it with quiet strength. 6. She's not sure she deserves you sometimes. Her pushing away has nothing to do with how she feels about you, but how she feels about herself. Many women, despite outward confidence, carry deep-seated insecurities. If you're a man of stability, maturity, purpose, and presence, you stand out. You offer something real, which can be intimidating to a woman used to games or drama. When she sees you're serious and genuinely interested beyond her surface, it shakes her. She might ask herself, why me? What does he really see? What happens when he sees I'm not perfect? She might feel she can't meet your standards or convince herself you'll leave eventually. So she distances herself now to prevent future heartbreak. She might even sabotage the connection. The real issue isn't you. It's her belief that you're more than she deserves. Don't misinterpret this as rejection. You can't fix her self-doubt, but you can stay grounded and consistent. Don't chase or try to convince. Lead with quiet strength, letting your energy communicate your worth. Hold your frame, allowing her to feel the contrast between your strengths and her insecurity, giving her the choice to rise. You stay elevated, calm, and unshaken, inviting her to grow into the connection. If she pulls away, despite interest, she might be running from the idea of something real. Don't let her fear change your posture. Stand firm. 7. She wants you to prove you're different when she pushes you away. She often wants to know if you're truly different from men who've disappointed her before. This is a deep psychological defense from past betrayals. Many women have dealt with men who started strong, then disappeared or changed. So, even when attracted, she's cautious, wondering, how long until he shows his true face? Will he still want me when things are hard? She tests this not with words, but by pushing and distancing. Observing your reaction when things aren't easy. Most men fail by getting upset or trying to prove themselves verbally. But a woman who's been hurt studies your behavior under pressure. She wants to see if you'll stay calm when she's cold, back off when she's distant, or suffocate her with neediness. If you become emotionally reactive, you show her you're no different. But if you remain composed, interested but not needy, grounded but not chasing, you speak volumes. You show her you're not moved by temporary storms. You're built for the long game. Being different means being unshaken, staying solid without forcing her feelings. You control yourself. When she sees this, she realizes she might not need to push you away this time because you're a man who leads, stays composed, and doesn't run from uncertainty. The conclusion: when a woman pushes you away, even though she wants you, it's frequently fear, self-doubt, or a silent test of your emotional strength. Most men react, chase, or collapse, losing her respect. But the man who remains calm, unbothered, and grounded through her confusion becomes the one she trusts, desires, and eventually chooses. This isn't about games. It's about leadership, a warring